Hi there, it's Senior Editor Kevin Van Ord standing in for reviewer Nathan Minier to bring you this early access review of Hawken. Stunning sci-fi battlescapes and impressively detailed robot designs are an attractive wrapper for the fast and furious flavor of action in Hawken, an online free-to-play mech shooter that brings a new level of beauty and excitement to the mech genre. Lots of mech games do a decent enough job of making you feel like you're strapped into a huge hunk of walking metal, but Hawken really nails it. Hopping into the cockpit and taking your first heavy steps into this atmospheric sci-fi realm is a wild ride, as the powerful sights and sounds that accompany your every move help to draw you deeper into your role as a badass mech pilot. It's easy to get wooed by this pleasant sensory overload, but pausing for too long to admire your well-armed ride and the meticulous detailed surroundings is a fatal mistake. Hawken's firefights move at a fast clip. Despite their girth and heft on the battlefield, mechs are surprisingly agile thanks to fuel-powered jump jets that let you sidestep incoming fire, leap over obstacles, glide short distances, and hover in place. This mobility is great because it doesn't detract from the impact of being a mech pilot, and it keeps matches flowing. The high energy of standard free-for-all and team deathmatches is fun in its own right, and excellent for scoring experience and currency to beef up your mech fleet. That said, the grand scope of Hawken's other core modes holds a very different kind of thrill. Missile Assault puts a cool spin on point capture, since every turret your team holds control over continually hurls rockets towards your enemy's base. Siege Mode ramps up the spectacle to an even more impressive scale, with longer matches that involve launching and annihilating Star Destroyer-style battleships that push across the skies above the battlefield. Aside from being a blast, these modes do a phenomenal job of making your skirmishes feel like they're a critical part of a bigger conflict. Hawken sports some truly impressive and massive maps. They sprawl out in all directions and mix in high vantage points, loads of obstacles to use for cover, and subterranean regions to fight through. They're gorgeous too, and visually diverse enough to keep match cycles feeling fresh. The diversity extends to the wide assortment of mechs you pilot. From light and zippy to big and menacing, there's a mech for all tastes and fighting styles. Different handling, armor, weapon loadouts, and combat roles also leave lots of room for tactical variety. Picking off foes through the scope of a long-range sniper mech offers a different kind of satisfaction from hopping into an ordnance-heavy mech and deluging the enemy with clusters of rockets. Other specialties and special abilities are geared towards support, assault, assassination, and defense to round out your options. Unlocking them, unfortunately, can be a slow and somewhat tedious process if you don't want to shell out a bit of real cash for bonus XP boosts or instant unlock access to speed things along. Almost everything you can buy in the game, ranging from totally optional decorations to actual mechs and weapon components, can be bought with accumulated in-game cash you accrue through playing matches. But even if you want a little boost to ease the grind, temporary XP and money boosters are quite cheap. On the whole, nothing is outrageously expensive, so it all comes down to a matter of patience and playtime. The sheer time it takes to build substantive progress across your mech fleet is a muddy point in an otherwise excellent game. Does that have a huge impact on the overall quality of the experience? Not really. Hawken goes far above and beyond what you'd expect from a mech combat game, with impressive visuals and intense, rewarding gameplay to match.